life without the narcissist has been an experience, but it's getting better. I don't even know what day I'm technically on, but it's got to be over a month. It seems like it anyway. It may not even be, but it's got to be. But I finally got some work. My health is coming back. I'm doing a lot better. My mood is starting to get a little bit better, and that's because, you know, it takes a lot of work. It takes a lot of focus and concentration. You got to undo everything that they've done or you've allowed to do to yourself, and I think that's one of the big things. And I want to say thank God for everything that He's had happen in my life lately, because even the bad stuff has brought around good, and He knows what He's doing. Or she, if you believe it's a girl. I believe it's believe God's androgynous anyway. But there's a rhyme and a reason to everything, and part of getting through your recovery is going to be understanding that you did have a part to play in it. You know, I see a lot of people on Facebook wanting to be hateful and bitter and just blame the narcissist. Well, first off, you're still continuing the pattern that they taught you to be. You know, that's what they were, and you're still doing it. You have to let go of all that stuff. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm not saying I have. But you have to understand that you chose to stay through all this stuff. Slowly but surely, you were eroded away. And it was one thing at a time. I'm not saying you go, oh yeah, this person's treating me like shit, but I love them, I'm gonna go ahead and stay. Which you eventually do get to that point, but it's more of a slow process that you allow to happen. You give up one thing at a time, and to get those things back, or to get better back, you have to admit that you let it go. You let that person change you. You know, whenever you download something, it says, you know, do you want your computer to allow this program to make changes? You know, you always click yeah in your head, you know, and you got to start saying, you know, no, I'm not allowing anybody to make changes to me anymore, and except for me. And the first thing you got to do is take responsibility for that, because without taking any kind of responsibility or accountability, then you will never be anywhere. You'll never grow. And the narcissist is still controlling you, because it's like they still have a key in there, and they've left the door unlocked for other narcissists to get in. But driving past my ex-wife's work, my ex-narcs, and you know, at first I would look over just see if her vehicle was there, because for two reasons. I wanted to make sure she was, you know, there, which a lot of you will understand that. And the second reason was I wanted to make sure she was there, because if she's there, then I'm free to move around wherever I want and not have to worry about bumping into her. But I don't even hardly look over her anymore. I'm not saying that I never don't, but that's off the subject. But the narcissist, that's one thing they won't do, is they will not take responsibility for anything that they do. And they don't care, but you're different. You want to be different. You want to change. You want to not feel this way. You want to not have this crap happening again. And it sucks to admit, yeah, I did this. And it sucks to go, you know what? I can't be holding on to this anger, and I can't be holding on to this hate toward this person. Yeah, they screwed me over. They really fucked me up. But we kind of did it together. So if I'm going to be angry at them, I got to be angry at myself. And it's okay for a little while. I'm not saying not to be. I still deal with moments like that. But the thing is, if you stay that way, then you will become like that. The very thing that you despise, you will become. And that's how that cancer spreads. That's how they caught it, you know? Because somebody did some hateful shit to them, or somebody just really screwed them up, and it just stuck with them. We don't want to look at people like that have hurt us so badly. But you do. You have to forgive people. And you have to do it for yourself, because they won't ever know it. And if you went up to them and said, you know what, I forgive you for what you've done to me, there's nothing that registers there with them. It's nothing to them. They don't give a shit. But if you forgive yourself, then that allows you to move forward in your life, in your healing. And I don't know if I'll ever completely forgive the person for what she's done to me or my children, but I do know that at this moment I can't continue to grow if I'm holding on to that. Think of, you know, if you got each handful of something, you can't pick a better object up unless you put one down, you know. And I would rather put the bullshit down and pick some better life up, because that, I mean, it's just that simple. I mean, it sounds simple. I mean, it's a lot harder than that. But, and I'm sure within a few days you'll see me posting a video about how I'm pissed there again or some shit. You know, it's just part of it. It's part of the recovery. And it's what we got to do. We're forgiving people anyway. That's why we stuck in there so long. And we're just afraid, or I know I was, to forgive her one more time. And a lot of it was because I didn't want to take any responsibility for myself and what part I played in it. And the second part of that was, if I felt like I forgive her, then I feel like I might be easier to fall back into the spider web, so to speak. But that doesn't mean we're stupid. Just because we go, you know what, this happened, holding on to this doesn't mean anything. This person's got issues. Let them be that way. It's not me. They're the ones that's going to suffer all their life. I'm not. They may be trying to screw with me a lot, but I'm only going to be equipped to fight that battle with them screwing with me if I don't carry that, you know, the attitude with me. If I don't carry that hate and that anger, if I can let that go, then whenever they shoot at me with their bullshit, or they try to start crap with you, then it's not going to matter. It's not going to mean crap. It'd be like somebody walking up off the street and just saying, your hair looks stupid. You're going to look at them like, who gives a shit? You know, who gives a shit what you think? You're just some dude off the street. And that's eventually what you got to be. You just got to make them be that dude off the street. And another thing, I know I keep harping on this, but you women don't understand that there are men suffering through this stuff too. And there's a lot of men that don't speak out about it. And as long as you continue in hate, you keep posting stuff that these guys are in these groups with, and it's all about hate, then you're kind of still insulting them as a person. You're still saying that, you know, all men are this way, and that's what they've been told. You know, we've been told that men are bad and men are this way and we're disgusting and stuff. And I try not to take a lot of it personal, because it seems like it's easier for you women to express yourself that way. But what good is it serving? Because we are all united under this pain and this recovery. And if we're starting to draw lines in it, then what good does that do? Because we all need to be united. We need to heal together. We need to help one another. There's more than likely an equal amount. There's just no way that a lot of men are going to step forward. I only do it because I feel like I should. And I've never had a problem with being the oddball. I really don't give a crap. I mean, I was abused by a woman. Okay, it happened. But I don't get on there and talk about how women are shit and all these women are hateful and just, I mean, just put yourself in our position, please. Try to be empathetic. That's one of the complaints about the narcissists, is they can't do that, and you're still spreading hate. We need to get rid of all hate. Could you imagine how much nicer the community would be, or the world, if we could just put aside the bullshit? But I'm starting to preach, and I know, but I have no problem with women, you know, saying what men have done to them. It's just you don't have to belittle all men. That's the people I'm talking to, the ones that get on there, all men are this, all men are that. You know, no, we're not. Just like all women aren't certain things. I don't understand why people want to lump people in certain groups. Quit labeling. It's like the narcissist stuff. You know, whether you were with a narcissist, a sociopath, an introvert, extrovert, who gives a shit? I mean, I know I started mine out with a covert narcissist thing, and that was because I wanted to get people's attention. Men like me who more than likely are dealing with a covert narcissist female. But we need to come together, people. I mean, not just the men, but the women as well. We're all hurting. We're all trying to fix one another. And we can't do that as long as there's a divide. And we need to be more understanding. The things that you hate about the narcissist that they did to you, look at yourself. Look at the traits that you are carrying out now and ask yourself, are any of those in me now? Because you're never going to heal until you do that self-examination and you get that crap out of you. That's just that simple. And I'm more than welcome to any comments from any women, men, whatever. But we need to work together. But I love females, really I do. I mean, I love a strong woman. I mean, I don't know, it's just me. But I just think that with strength comes tolerance. It has to. I mean, I don't know. That's just my thinking.